20 surprising movie facts that only few people know. The Matrix. Keanu Reeves gave away his Matrix sequel's earnings to the members of special effects team, instantly making them all millionaires. He also gave the entire stunt team Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Hercules. The fake beard Dwayne Johnson wore while filming for Hercules was made out of the testicle hair of a yaks. Guardians of the Galaxy. Chris Pratt apparently stole his Star-Lord costume from the set, for the sole purpose of having it available so he could show up in costume to visit sick children in the hospital. Titanic. That slightly scandalous charcoal drawing of a topless Kate Winslet in Titanic was drawn by none other than the director himself, James Cameron. Toy Story. A command entered in the Master Machine where the animation for Toy Story 2 was stored deleted 90% of the work the Pixar team had done on it. Fortunately, the film's technical director had a copy she had been working on from home. Jurassic Park. The terrifying noises made by the raptors in Jurassic Park were sourced from recordings of tortoises mating. Paranormal Activity. Thanks to its microscopic budget and major success at the box office, the 2007 film Paranormal Activity scored a return on investment of 19,758% and became the most profitable film of all time. Batman. In addition to Kevin Costner, Pierce Brosnan, and Mel Gibson, Bill Murray was considered for the role of the Caped Crusader in the 1989 film Batman. Django Unchained. When Leonardo DiCaprio smashes his hand on the dinner table, DiCaprio accidentally crushed a small stemmed glass with his palm and really began to bleed. He ignored it, and continued with the scene. Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks was not paid for this film. Instead, he took percentage points which ultimately netted him in the region of $40 million. The Dark Knight. In preparation for his role as the Joker, Heath Ledger hid away in a motel room for about 6 weeks. During this extended stay of seclusion, Ledger delved deep into the psychology of the character. John Wick. Keanu Reeves performed about 95% of the fight scenes himself. To prepare for the role, Keanu trained for 3 months. Interstellar. For a cornfield scene, Christopher Nolan sought to grow 500 acres of corn, which he learned was feasible from his producing of Man of Steel. The corn was then sold, and actually made a profit. The Revenant. Leonardo DiCaprio chose to devour a raw slab of bison's liver, even though he is vegetarian. He also had to learn to shoot a musket, build a fire, speak 2 Native American languages. Man of Steel. Henry Cavill refused to take steroids to muscle up for the role. He said it would have been dishonest of him to use trickery while playing Superman. Rocky. Sylvester Stallone wanted to make sure the boxing scenes looked real in Rocky IV, so he instructed Dolph Lundgren to actually hit him. A punch to the chest left Stallone in intensive care for 4 days. The Mummy. Brendan Fraser nearly lost his life during a scene where his character is hanged. Rachel Weisz remembered, he stopped breathing and had to be resuscitated. Schindler's List. During production, the atmosphere was so grim and depressing that Steven Spielberg asked his friend Robin Williams if he could tell some jokes and do comedy sketches. The Wolf of Wall Street. The actors snorted crushed B vitamins for scenes that involved coke. Jonah Hill claimed that he eventually became sick with bronchitis after so much inhaling. Napoleon Dynamite. Jon Heder was paid $1,000 to play Napoleon Dynamite. The movie grossed over $40 million in the United States.